Welcome to RVland's booth. At this booth we would like to introduce to you RVland's highest grade product, which is the Land Home. It is a bus-based conversion. The bus is, in this case, it's a Toyota Coaster. Basically, again, this is a very high-spec vehicle. Most of the options like heating, air conditioning, stove, etc. are inside, also the TV, etc. The vehicle is, how long is it? It's a 6.2 meter vehicle. It has officially this bus has a seating capacity of 10 people, but it has a sleeping space for 5. The price of the product is about 12 million yen, which equates to about 98 or almost 100,000 euro. Hello, welcome to the White House booth. At the White House booth, we would like to introduce you a very, I would say, unique vehicle for the Japanese market. This vehicle is based on a K-size car. Basically, this is a segment which is has a limited length, has a limited width, and also the engine has a limit of 660 cc. It may not sound like much, but actually this is a very popular segment for this kind of car in Japan. About 30-35% of all new vehicle sales are in this segment. Therefore, White House is using this car to make a camping car. As you can see, one interesting aspect is this car is missing the B-pillar. This is already from Honda, from the manufacturer. The vehicle is basically a Honda N-Van, and this vehicle is called the N-Van Compo Pop Cabin. To introduce you to some of the features, you can see how, let's say, small this is. By the way, I'm about 190 centimeters tall. For our American colleagues, that's about 6'3", and you can see I'm basically taller than this car. Sleeping for me in this car is going to be a bit of a challenge, but as many of you know, the Japanese are a little bit shorter than me, so actually this car is made to accommodate 4 people. 2 people can sleep on top, and basically there's a bed for 2 people on the bottom. This vehicle, despite its small size, it's really well equipped. You can see it has a sink, the water tank is down here, it has a small refrigerator. It has a 12-volt operating microwave. You have the table here, and basically all of the netting, so the mosquitoes, which are quite common in Japan, don't come in. When you close the back, you have a bike rack. And this vehicle, by the way, the price is 4.6 million yen, which is, let's say, about 35,000 euro. Welcome to the Mystic Planning booth. Here we would like to introduce to you a very interesting design of a vehicle. This vehicle is the base. First of all, the base vehicle is a Toyota Light Ace. This company has its roots in the house trailer. Therefore, for these kind of cab conversions that they're doing, they also keep the theme of this kind of house trailer style. Actually, this is a very popular idea for some part of the Japanese population. This car has a 1.5-year waiting list at the moment. To give you some of the facts about the car, this is a driving configuration. This is 6 people, and in the evening for sleeping, this is basically room for 5. Some of you will think it's impossible to sleep 5, but please keep remember, Japanese are a little bit smaller than the average Westerner. The price of the vehicle is 4 million, which is about 34,000 yen. And then actually you can add a lot of options to this vehicle, and the final price of the vehicle, which is on show today, is 5.6 million, which is about 48,000 euro. Here we are at the toy factory booth, and we would like to introduce to you the Toyota Grandes. The Toyota Grandes is the one rank up from the Toyota Hiace. This vehicle used to be sold in Japan many years ago, and it was discontinued for some years. However, last year at the Tokyo Motor Show, Toyota reintroduced this vehicle for the Japanese and also for the international markets. What's unique about this car is that basically the Hiace is quite a commercial van. Also, when you drive it, it feels like a commercial van. This will be much more luxurious interior, much more better suspension. Basically, the overall experience for both the driver and the passenger in the rear will be much better. This is actually one of the. It's actually the only Toyota Grandes that has been converted into a camping car. As you can see, this is a pop-up. It has a pop-up tent on the top, and the toy factory was able to get this vehicle quite early from Toyota and prepare it for this show. This is the Toyota Camroad. It's basically a 2.5-ton truck, which is manufactured by one of the group companies of Toyota called Hino. It's badged Toyota for the Camroad model. Some of the features of the vehicle, first of all, you have this is how it comes from the manufacturers. You have a full cabin. The RV builders have to cut the cabin to fit their configuration. Starting from the front, you have a 3-liter diesel engine with an automatic transmission. The power of the engine is about 144 horsepower. In the back of the vehicle, you have this is a rear wheel driven vehicle. Therefore, you have the shaft. Unfortunately, for the RV industry, this is an unfortunate feature. But for this model, the width of the axle is increased a little bit. Therefore, the front axle and the rear axle are offset. You have a 70-liter fuel tank, which is a little bit higher than the commercial vehicle, and basically the rest of the chassis is more or less straightforward. What is, as me and Antonio experienced over the last 2 days of driving one of these a vehicle which is based on this vehicle, honestly speaking, is quite unstable once you reach higher speeds. Therefore, this company, UI Vehicle, is introducing this stabilizer option. It's available for the rear suspension and also for the front suspension. And they did some tests, and for example, for the front suspension, the performance is increased about 140%. In the rear, basically, they are still under testing how much performance is increased.
出ます。あれは10時に出ます。で向こうに11時について紙取ります。1について紙取ります。できちゃうんですよね。そう。
本当にね、やっぱり辻さんが乗られてる方だから、まあ本当にね、本当その通りなんですよ。結局そのライフスタイルとか使い方っていうものにまあちょっと、リンクする部分だと思うんですけど、キャンピングカーって